Imagine uncovering the hidden layers behind Solomon, the wisest king in the Bible, whose story transcends centuries and cultures. In this account, we will reveal not only the grand deeds of his reign, but also the secrets and challenges that shaped his legend. Join us on a journey that challenges established truths and promises to enrich your view of the past and present, uncovering how the lessons of this visionary king still resonate, offering valuable insights for our contemporary lives. Solomon, the son of David and Bathsheba, is a name that resonates through the ages, chiefly for his exemplary reign over Israel from 971 to 931 BC. His ascent to the throne was not just a passing of the baton, but a milestone of profound transformations. He established an administrative system by dividing the kingdom into 12 districts, facilitating not just governance, but also the distribution of resources, ensuring that the sustenance of his court was a mirror of his organization and wisdom. The monumental construction of the first temple in Jerusalem is undoubtedly the crown jewel of his legacy. This temple was not merely a structure for worship, it was a symbol of Israeli identity, a fusion of faith, art, and power. Imagine the complexity of managing such a project, from securing rare materials to coordinating thousands of workers, including skilled artisans. This was Solomon, a king who not only dreamed but achieved. His method of administration and his dedication to structural development suggest a mind not only wise but deeply aware of the future. For those of you seeking excellence in your endeavors, think about how long-term vision and attention to detail can be applied in your life. Whether managing a small project or leading a large team, Solomon's wisdom teaches us the importance of a solid foundation and a clear vision. Who knows what enduring structures you might build in your professional or personal life with such principles? Solomon not only solidified Israel's internal structures, but also expanded its influence beyond borders through a cunning network of trade and diplomacy. His agreements with powerful figures like the king of Tyre and Egypt were not merely commercial transactions. They were strategic alliances that strengthened Israel's position in the geopolitical scene of the time. Silver, it is said, was as common as stones, reflecting an era of unprecedented prosperity. Think about the roads and fortresses he built. These were not just physical infrastructures, but lifelines that connected cultures, economies, and ideas. Solomon's trade routes enabled not just the exchange of goods, but also of wisdom and diplomatic relations. Like a modern entrepreneur, he knew that a good relationship is worth more than the purest gold. Learning from Solomon means understanding the value of networks and connections. For today's aspiring leaders and entrepreneurs, Solomon's story highlights the importance of building bridges, not just between nations, but between people. In your next project, consider not just the immediate profit, but also how strategic partnerships can be cultivated for mutual long-term benefit. Solomon is often remembered for his legendary wisdom, a gift that placed him ahead of his time and conferred almost mythical status. He did not keep his knowledge to himself. On the contrary, he spread it through thousands of proverbs and songs that still resonate in our culture. Think of the famous story of the judgment between two mothers disputing the maternity of a baby, a narrative that exemplifies his discernment and justice. Besides Proverbs, Solomon significantly contributed to the book of Proverbs and Ecclesiastes in the Bible, offering reflections on life, ethics, and humanity that transcend time barriers. These works are not just religious texts. They are manuals of practical wisdom, relevant to anyone seeking guidance in a complex world. For those of you looking for inspiration in historical figures, imagine applying Solomon's wisdom in your daily life. For example, when facing an ethical dilemma at work or a tough personal decision, why not reflect on the Solomonic principles of equity and prudence? Your choices may not be written on ancient scrolls, but following his example, They could be remembered for their justice and wisdom. Despite his renowned wisdom, Solomon's reign was also marked by significant challenges that eventually catalyzed the decline of his empire. The practice of polygamy, with 700 wives and 300 concubines, is often cited as a turning point in his leadership. These unions, often more political than personal, brought foreign influences that diluted the purity of his governance, introducing idolatry and pagan customs to the heart of Israel. The impact of his marital choices was not limited to cultural issues. They shook the political and spiritual foundations of the kingdom. The introduction of foreign gods, in a deeply monotheistic territory, not only provoked divine wrath but also distrust and discontent among his people. This was a hard lesson on how personal decisions can reverberate throughout an entire society. Reflecting on Solomon's mistakes, it is possible to extract valuable lessons on the importance of maintaining consistent principles and values, especially in positions of great power. For modern leaders, whether in the corporate world or more personal spheres, Solomon's story serves as a reminder that, even at the height of success, vigilance and integrity are crucial for sustaining enduring legacies. Reflecting on Solomon's life and legacy, it is inevitable to question how his decisions and wisdom might influence our own lives. What lessons can we draw from his achievements and mistakes? I challenge you to apply a Solomonic principle this week, whether it be seeking wisdom through new learnings or reflecting on how your choices affect those around you. Share in the comments how this experience impacted your life and what insights you gained. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring fascinating stories that have the power to transform our understanding and reality.